Good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel, Intelligible Tutorials, and welcome to our data science series. Today we are going to discuss about the Python library. So what is sorry Python libraries? Among them already I have discussed in some of the one of the video I discussed regarding various kinds of Python libraries which are going to use for data science, which are used for data science. Among them, one of the best one and the first one we need to discuss is nothing but Pandas library. What is Pandas actually? Pandas is the library that is going to work with the data sets, to slice the data sets, to access the data from the data sets, to analyze the data sets, and to pre-process, to clean, to explore, and to manipulate the data set. And the data in the data set, we need to use this Pandas library. What is the meaning of the Pandas? Why the name is given as the Pandas? The actual meaning of the Pandas is Python data analysis and as well as panel data. These are the both names that were given by it was and that were given, and it was created by Wes MC Kenny in 2008. So the main idea behind this Python library is the main functions that are going to use with the Python library is to access the data from the data set, to analyze the data, to pre-process the data, to clean the data, to explore the data, and to manipulate the data, etc., etc. Facilities it gives to work with the data sets. It is the main, very important data library which is going to work with the data sets. Okay, so why we use the pandas? What are the main characteristics of the pandas? As we discussed previously, this pandas allow us to analyze big data and make conclusions based on the statistical theories. It provides some set of the statistical theories also, and it is to analyze the big data and make conclusions on the statistical theories. It can clean the messy data and make them readable and relevant. So normally it also access the data, pre-process the data, and clean the data also, and clean the messy data sets and make them readable and the relevant. Suppose we have taken a problem. So according to that problem, the data set should be there, but it's not like that. So it has some vast amount of the messy data and messy data, massive data set. It is having some messy data, missing values law, and what we can say null values, not required values, some kind of values will be there. For that, what we need to do is we have to pre-process the data, we have to clean the data, we have to convert the data into one form to another form. For all these things we can work with this pandas library. So the data we can make it as relevant to our particular problem, and it may can be readable to our particular problem, and it is relevant to our particular problem. So this kind of the relevant data which is making use to making ready to our particular problem, to work with our particular problem, the data should be ready. In order to make the ready to the particular data, we use all these cleansing, exploring, manipulating, analyzing, and all these things we will do. Such kind of data is called as the relevant data to our problem. Such kind of the problems are very important to our data science. So for that purpose, we use this pandas library. And what kind of the operations it is going to use? Processing, such as restructuring, cleaning, and merging, it is needed for the data analysis. As we discussed previously, it is pre-processing and restructuring and cleaning and merging, etc. These are the necessary operations which are used for data analysis. And NumPy, numerical Python, SciPy, scientific Python, Cython, C and Python, and Panda are just few of the fast data processing tools available in the Python. But we work towards Python because the pandas having vast amount of large amount of the functions which are used for data analysis, and pandas is quick and more expressive than different kinds of the functions. All these things makes to choose the pandas as the better one or the best Python library, right? So what are the other kind of data analysis operations? As we discussed, processing, restructuring, cleaning, merging, etc. So there are many number of Python libraries like NumPy, numerical Python, SkyPy, Cython, and Panda. All these are there, but we are moving towards Pandas means it is quick. It provides vast amount of the data analysis and functions, and these functions are more expressive than the previous ones. So that is the importance of the Python library. And what are the useful functions in Pandas? The very first one useful is read underscore CSV. It is very, very useful to extract the data from the data set from the CSV. We are going to use this read underscore CSV from the CSV file, and head is used to print the first five lines, tail is used to print the last five lines and describe some statistical functions. It provides statistical information of the data set and memory usage, how much memory used, and LOC and ILOC are used to slice the data set using such a kind of certain kind of indexing. LOC is used as label indexing and ILOC is used using the numerical indexing. We will use one example, and in that particular example we can see all these functions one after another how they are going to work. And the next one is value counts. So what are the value counts? And drop duplicates and group by and drop NA, remove missing values, shape of the data set, how many rows, how many columns are there, and fill NA, filling with filling with the values, the null values filling with some values, and drop NA, dropping the missing values and removing the missing values. These are all various kinds of useful functions in pandas. Here I have listed only very few number of the pandas functions. Apart from that, we have so many number of pandas functions which are available in the pandas Python library, which are going to use for data cleaning, data analysis purpose, and this feature is called as exploratory data analysis. For that purpose, we are going to use all these things. Okay. So if at all you want to do comment, please do comment at the comment box. You for suggestions are invited. Okay. So and as well as if at all anybody didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel Intelligible Tutorials. Thank you one and all.